Hello, and welcome to Great Sleep. Get ready to listen and relax. Before starting the story, I will help you to relax so that nothing will interfere with your rest. Make yourself comfortable. Try to relax your body muscles as much as possible. Let your body rest after a hard day. Start breathing slowly and calmly. Concentrate on your breathing. Feel how the air slowly fills your lungs and spreads throughout your body, filling your blood with oxygen. Close your eyes and don't think about anything that might disturb you. Clear your mind of all unnecessary things. Now it is time to rest. Now I will begin my story to help you fall into a deep and healthy sleep. Today I'm going to tell you a story about one rainy night at the lighthouse that changed Emily, the lighthouse keeper's, life forever. Emily Turner stood at the edge of a rocky cliff, her eyes fixed on the vast expanse of the sea. The crashing waves echoed in her ears, a symphony that only she could truly appreciate. She had always felt a deep connection to the sea, drawn to its power and mystery. It was this love that had led her to become the lighthouse keeper. The lighthouse, perched high above the treacherous waters, stood as a beacon of hope for passing ships. Its weathered exterior and ancient architecture added to its aura of mystery. Emily had taken up residence in the remote structure, finding solace in its solitude. As she climbed the winding staircase to the top of the lighthouse, Emily felt a sense of peace wash over her. The rhythmic sound of her footsteps echoed through the narrow corridor, harmonizing with the distant crash of waves below. This was her sanctuary, a place where she could find solace in the solitude. The walls of the lighthouse were adorned with old maritime maps and faded photographs of ships lost at sea. Each image told a story of tragedy and resilience, reminding Emily of the importance of her role as the lighthouse keeper. She was responsible for guiding ships safely through treacherous waters, a task that required unwavering dedication and vigilance. As she reached the top of the lighthouse, Emily stepped onto the observation deck. The wind whipped through her hair, carrying with it the salty scent of the sea. She closed her eyes and let the sound of crashing waves envelop her, feeling a deep connection to the power and vastness of nature. In that moment, Emily knew that she had found her purpose. The sea was her constant companion, its ever-changing tides mirroring her own emotions. It gave her a sense of purpose, a reason to exist. Emily's introverted nature had always set her apart from others. While some found comfort in the company of friends and family, Emily found solace in her own thoughts. The lighthouse had become her refuge, a place where she could embrace her introversion without judgment. As she stood at the top of the lighthouse, gazing out at the endless expanse of sea, Emily contemplated her connection to nature. The sea was her constant companion, its ever-changing tides mirroring her own emotions. It gave her a sense of purpose, a reason to exist. The crashing waves became her lullaby, their rhythmic cadence soothing her troubled mind. In the solitude of the lighthouse, Emily found clarity. She understood that her role as the lighthouse keeper was not just about guiding ships safely through treacherous waters. It was about finding her own path in life. The remote location of the lighthouse allowed Emily to fully immerse herself in the beauty and power of nature. She spent her days exploring the rugged coastline, discovering hidden coves and secret caves. The sea became her playground, a place where she could lose herself in the rhythm of the waves. In the evenings, Emily would retreat to the warmth of the lighthouse, curling up with a book by the crackling fire. The walls were lined with shelves filled with novels and memoirs, each one a gateway to another world. Through literature, Emily found solace and inspiration, expanding her understanding of the human experience. As Emily stood at the top of the lighthouse, a sense of foreboding washed over her. Dark clouds loomed on the horizon, a warning of the storm to come. She knew that her duty to protect passing ships was more crucial than ever. With a determined expression, Emily began to prepare the lighthouse for the night ahead. She checked the oil lamps, ensuring they were filled and ready to cast their guiding light. The storm's dark clouds and howling winds mirrored her internal reflections, a battle between her own fears and her sense of duty. As the first raindrops fell, Emily could feel the energy in the air shift. The storm was approaching, and she was ready to face its wrath head-on. The storm raged on, its intensity growing with each passing moment. Lightning strikes illuminated the sky, casting an eerie glow across the turbulent waters. Emily stood at the top of the lighthouse, her heart pounding in her chest. The crashing waves grew in size and ferocity, pounding against the rocky cliff with a force that seemed almost supernatural. Emily couldn't help but feel a sense of awe and insignificance in the face of such power. Nature was a force to be reckoned with, and she was just a mere mortal. As the storm intensified, Emily found herself battling not only nature's wrath, but also her own internal turmoil. The lighthouse became a sanctuary for her thoughts, a place where she could confront her fears and contemplate her place in the world. she questioned her purpose as the lighthouse keeper. Was she truly capable of guiding ships safely through treacherous waters? Did she have the strength to face the storm within herself? Amidst the chaos of the storm, a figure emerged from the darkness. Emily's cautious nature prompted her to approach with trepidation, unsure of what to expect. The figure sought refuge in the lighthouse, seeking shelter from the raging storm. Emily observed the figure from a distance, her curiosity piqued. Who was this person, and what had brought them to a remote sanctuary? She was torn between her desire for company and her appreciation for solitude. With a deep breath, Emily approached the figure, her voice barely above a whisper. "Who are you?" she asked, her voice trembling slightly. The figure turned towards her, their eyes filled with a mixture of weariness and longing. "I am lost," they replied, their voice carrying a hint of sadness. "And I sensed that this lighthouse was a place of refuge." Emily's heart went out to the stranger. She understood what it meant to feel lost, to be searching for a sense of purpose and belonging. Without hesitation, she invited the figure inside the lighthouse, offering warmth and shelter from the storm. Through concise dialogue, hints about the mysterious figure's past were revealed. His name was James, and he had been drifting on the sea for several days in search of the meaning of life. Emily listened intently, her curiosity growing with each word. As the storm raged on outside, the lighthouse became a sanctuary for their shared secrets. In the dark corners of its ancient walls, they whispered their fears and hopes, forming an unspoken bond that transcended words. Emily felt a connection to James that she couldn't quite explain. It was as if they were two lost souls, drawn together by fate. As they shared their stories, fragments of their intertwined pasts began to emerge. James had once been a sailor, drawn to the sea just as Emily was. But his life had taken a tragic turn when his ship was caught in a violent storm. He had been the sole survivor, left adrift in a sea of grief and uncertainty. As the storm continued to rage outside, Emily and James delved deeper into their shared experiences. The tension grew as they pieced together fragments of their intertwined pasts. Each revelation brought them closer to an understanding of their shared destiny. Emily's heart raced as she uncovered subtle clues that suggested a deeper connection between herself and James. The lighthouse became a symbol of their intertwined fates, its weathered exterior mirroring their own journeys. As they shared their stories, it became clear that their paths had crossed before, albeit in different forms. They had both felt the pull of the sea, drawn to its power and mystery. It was this connection that had brought them together, even in the midst of the storm. Emily and James confronted their fears head-on, embracing their connection and delving into their shared experiences. The storm outside mirrored the internal turmoil they both faced, a battle between their pasts and their futures. As lightning illuminated the sky, Emily's eyes met James, and she knew that they were not alone in their struggles. They had each other, and together, they could face whatever challenges lay ahead. They talked late into the night, sharing their hopes and fears. Emily's heart swelled with a sense of belonging, a feeling she had never experienced before. She had found someone who understood her, who saw her for who she truly was. As the storm began to calm, leaving the lighthouse in its calm state once again, Emily emerged from the darkness with a newfound appreciation for her role as the lighthouse keeper. She had discovered her true identity and understood the power of solitude and self-discovery. The lighthouse stood as a symbol of her growth and newfound wisdom. Its weathered exterior represented the challenges she had faced, while its guiding light mirrored her own inner strength. Emily understood that her role as the lighthouse keeper was not just about guiding ships safely through treacherous waters. It was about guiding herself and those she loved through the storms of life. The sea had taught her resilience and perseverance, qualities she now embraced wholeheartedly. As the storm finally subsided, leaving the lighthouse in its calm state once again, Emily emerged from the darkness with a newfound appreciation for her role as the lighthouse keeper. She had discovered her true identity and understood the power of solitude and self-discovery. The lighthouse stood tall and proud, its guiding light shining brightly. Emily knew that her purpose was clear, to guide not only passing ships but also herself and those she loved through the storms of life. And with James by her side, she was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. As they walked hand in hand towards the lighthouse's entrance, Emily couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude for the storm that had brought them together. It had been a catalyst for change, a force that had shaped their lives in ways they could never have imagined. The sea stretched out before them, its waves now gentle and inviting. The storm had passed, but its impact lingered. Emily knew that she would always carry a piece of it within her, a reminder of the transformative journey she had undertaken. With a sense of closure, Emily turned her gaze towards James, who stood by her side. They had both faced their fears and embraced their connection, ready to embark on a new chapter together. And as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in vibrant hues of orange and pink, Emily knew that she was exactly where she was meant to be. The lighthouse keeper, guided by her own inner light, ready to face whatever storms lay ahead.